Hi, everybody. It's Sandra and Sonia here once again for another episode of Twins Talk Tubi. Hi.
Hi.
We are reviewing some horror movies that we find on Tubi TV. And for the month of December, we're doing strictly holiday horror movies. We did a couple already, two or three already. Um, the one we're talking about today is Holiday Hell, and that is from 2019.
Yeah.
So a quick recap of what the movie's about. A woman enters a curiosity shop looking for a last-minute Christmas gift and meets a mysterious shopkeeper who tells her the horrific stories behind four different objects. Interesting.
Yes.
So we're gonna go ahead and give each other our first reactions to the movie because we don't talk about the movie after we watch it before we do our recording. All right, so you ready?
Ready.
One, two, three.
This is a half.
You have.
Half a thumb. Half a thumbs up. So I,
Okay.
I only gave it a thumb because of Jeffrey Combs, because he was the best thing in the whole movie.
He was the shopkeeper. He played the shopkeeper. Yes, I agree.
Everything else was,
I agree.
I'm not gonna say trash, but most of it
Well,
was.
I gave it a thumbs up for one, yes, because of Jeffrey Combs. And two, I didn't hate all uh the stories. So it's like an anthology, and it's basically this shop that Jeffrey Combs character, he has this curiosity shop, and he has all these different objects, and there's a story behind each object, and it's like a horror story, a terrible terrible story behind each object, and this four objects in particular that he goes through, and he tells a story about each one. Um, you know, the acting wasn't great in any of this. I thought a couple of the stories were pretty good, like pretty funny. Um, I like the one with the husband that uh the he's a husband, and he has like this young wife that doesn't appreciate him or doesn't, you know, doesn't care for him too much, and then his job, they treat him like shit, and you
That was my
know,
favorite one out of
yeah,
all.
that was my favorite one. And he ends up, he's been uh not drinking for a long time, and all of a sudden he falls off the wagon and he takes some
Well,
drugs.
apparently last Christmas he went crazy like while drinking and everything at the
Yeah,
holiday Christmas party at work at his job. And since then he stopped drinking. He had stopped
right.
and it had been over a year, about a year because it's Christmas time again. And he's at his job. He was overlooked for a promotion. His wife wasn't happy about that and basically told him that, he's a piece of shit because, he
Right.
should have gotten in and all that. Um, right. And he gets to the Christmas party and he sees his wife having sex with with the guy who got the promotion.
Oh, the guy that got the promotion. That's
Right.
right.
So he flips out. And he goes to the bar and he starts drinking.
And then he takes like drugs or something. He has like drugs and
Yes, because one
it's
of
like a pill or something.
his boss gave him these pills. It was something that they were either like manufacturing or something, and he gave it to him to I don't know exactly what his job was, but he gave it to him to do something with him, either keep write about it or something. I don't remember exactly, but he did have um a a, a pill
Pill
bottle
bottle.
with some pills. I think the guy said it was supposed to be like to cure dementia or something, or to help with dementia or something like that. That was the purpose of the
Mm.
pills. So, but I don't know. Anyway, he took one of those pills when he was drinking, and he went crazy, and he started just people were like messing with him, and he just started like going wild, chopping them up,
He
beating
went to
them
his
up.
job and started killing everybody at his job.
Yeah, crazy. He killed his boss. He killed the guy who got the promotion. Um, and
He was
and
killing
and the
everybody.
girl that he was sleeping with some other girl too, and he killed her too. Yeah, he was just going crazy. He killed the guy at the bar. Wow, that was my favorite one. The other ones weren't that great. The first one, the first story was about a mask, and it was something about this girl that she was like deformed, and since she was
Yeah,
little, and she had it was two sisters, and one of them was deformed, and her mother had her wear a mask, and there was these kids, well, not kids, well, teenagers, I guess,
yeah,
um and they went to this house to party at this house, and apparently this house was abandoned because those that girl with the mask and her sister and family used to live there, but they were in some asylum, or the girl was at some asylum. So the house was just like there, all furnished, all
yeah,
things. I'm like, really? Okay, well,
yeah. And
I
they used it as a party house.
yeah. Which that from the beginning was like stupid, because unless they just took this girl 2 days ago and things are left as is.
Who
But if this
knows?
girl was in the asylum for a couple years, that house shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't. It should be cleaned out. Whoever owns the place needs to, I don't know, rent it out again or something.
I know. It was very weird. It was very weird.
It was
But of
not.
course, but anyway, long story short, of course, the girl is in there, starts killing people and starts killing the kids and blah 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 blah. The story was
And then
uh
one of the kids, one of the teenagers, we find out that she was a sister.
right, right at the
I
end.
was like, come on,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. It wasn't
close. And then they had the second story was about a doll. It was like
it was a rabbi
a
doll.
rabbi doll, yeah. And the father gave it to his kid, and the parents were going away um for the weekend or something, or overnight somewhere.
Overnight, yeah,
And he
overnight.
had a babysitter, and the kid had a babysitter, and the babysitter was planning. The family was rich; they had a lot of money, and the babysitter was planning to rob them. And she had a plan with her boyfriend, who I was like, no, they don't have this whack ass. I'm
If
sorry.
you watch the movie,
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, it's just he was whack, and
he
and
was
and did it was a little too much. I don't know. Anyway,
he was very Malibu Most Wanted,
yeah,
if you know what that is.
yeah, that's exactly what it was. Um, and so she was playing. The babysitter was playing with her boyfriend, which is this guy, to rob the family she was, babysitting for.
He's apparently been staking out the house. He's been babysitting him for the kid for a while. So
Right,
she's been staking out the house because they knew they had a lot of money. And
right. And then, babysitter treats the kid like shit,
yeah,
and the kid is like, it's sad and stuff, and he looks at the doll, which is really creepy actually. But he looks at the doll, and he's talking to the doll, saying like, "Why can't you help me? I wish you could help me." And the doll suddenly goes like like
nods.
he nods, and then it moves to a different location or something. And then he said, "Can you help me?" And the doll nods his head.
So
And
basically, it's a killer doll.
right,
And,
right.
you know, the
So he,
premise was decent, but the actual story was like,
yeah, yeah. That was like, I would say, my second
yeah,
favorite.
me too.
Mhm.
Me too.
And then the last one was about a girl, and she was renting a room, and it was like in a hmm it
It
was
was in a little town, it was like a small town
yeah,
because like the town was all in on that whole thing.
it was a small town, and
The last story should say too that it wasn't a story about something in the shop. It was a story that the girl that went into the shop was telling about a ring she had.
right,
And so she was telling the shopkeeper about the
right,
story that her mother told her about the ring.
right.
And it was very, not to go too deep into it, but it was very like a very cultish
Hmm.
story about a girl that was like going to be sacrificed and blah blah blah. At the end, the shopkeeper was really interested in buying the ring, and she didn't want to give it up. And then it turned out that she wasn't any ordinary girl.
And first of all, and another thing, not first of all, but another thing, this girl going into this shop, this weird shop, because it's not like it had a couple weird things and everything else was nice and pretty stuff.
Yeah.
To buy something for her sister for Christmas. Yeah, you want to go in a shop that has skulls and I mean, I guess some people, would do that, but I was like, come on, this is a little bit
No, we
that man was so desperate to sell stuff that he didn't care about that, I guess. But I thought that was strange. Anyway,
well we didn't know what the sister would be into, so who knows.
that's true. You're very right, but just I just
But it
thought
turns out anyway that this girl was a part of, it seemed, I guess she was part of that cult from the last story, and the tables were turned against the shopkeeper, and you know, again, all around pretty decent kind of storyline, but it wasn't a great movie, but Jeffrey
they,
Combs did make it better.
they did too much with it, I think. With some of the stories,
Hmm.
they did too much. It should have ended in a certain spot. Some of them, like, you didn't need to add these extra things. I don't know.
I don't
But
know. It was
yeah,
decent. It was a decent 90-minute watch. Not a long time.
not a long movie.
No, no, it was fun to pass the time if you're just looking for something,
Yeah.
not sure what to watch.
And if you like Jeffrey Combs, I mean, watch because
Yeah,
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 I thought
it's worth it just to
he was
watch
my
Jeffrey
the
Combs, I
best
think.
part.
And anthology is usually a good thing to like watch because it's not one long movie. It's like four kind of short ones
Yeah,
or three short ones,
right.
and one might be good.
Yeah, and pretty much always you'll find at least one of the stories that's either really good or
Yeah,
decent at least.
like I think in this one,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So yeah, that's it. That's Holiday Hell.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you guys for listening to our little talk here on our latest holiday Tubi movie, horror movie. We're gonna be doing more of these, so we hope you guys are enjoying it. Please comment below and let us know. And also, we'd love to get some suggestions on other Tubi horror movies, not necessarily holiday, because we're going to be going back to non-holiday uh horror movies after December. Um, but yeah, let us know. And as always, you can follow us. We are a part of the Horror Flick Chicks, and you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and also our podcast. You can find streaming the Horror Flick Chicks podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, and iHeartRadio. And also the video of our podcast we do have here on our YouTube channel as well. So please subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe. And we'd love to have you guys follow us and listen to us and let us know what you think.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys next time. Sandra and Sonia saying peace out.
Signing off. Bye, y'all.